Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. If the people watch this playback and watch as a podcast, make sure you drop a like on today's stream. Leave a comment of your favorite moment. Yeah, I mean, helps it in the algorithm. Helps it in the algorithm. I'm gonna tweet this at everybody right now. Put this out our Discord. And then we're gonna play some music. Real short one tonight. Real short one tonight. We giving them an hour and a half. That's what we give it tonight. I got an hour and a half for your head top tonight. That's all I got. On stream right now. All right, let me put this down. Pull up by OBS again. Dog. Quirfo, what's popping? What's popping all my gay niggas, man? I'm wrong as a black Latino if I support Colombia over Ghana tonight. Yeah, bro, you're racist. Sorry to let you know this, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's racist. All right. I'm gonna play some music and let chat fill up. Shout out to everybody here early. Salute to everybody, man.
Yeah, I'm in the ass and doing donut.
I'm gonna play a song or two. Then we gonna let chat full up.
Look, your whole life is like we've been in sorrow. I try to touch a meal with you guys, but you meek and sorry. I'm easy to please. I get my way, then I'm out the way. And I'm as astronomical. Chandler life from outer space is lifted. Drink got me limp dick. Eat it for a while, now this telling that I missed it.
Shit, I for free, you got a trick for it.
Kick flip. Ask about you guys and my mood changed real quick.
Hey, tell me who's you here with a honey dearest.
Cross around your neck because your throat is like the Holy Spirit.
Depression hit and you're the only one to chase my spirit.
Says you coming with a friend, but I don't really know them. So tell me who you here with. Hey, tell me who you came with. Please don't play no game with me. You won't like me when I'm angry. Please don't have no man up in my spot and no entanglement. Cause if that nigga love you, man, this shit could get real dangerous.
She could get real dangerous.
I'm not really ducking on that smoke, cause now I'm on made for this. I don't need to say that I'm the man because they know the shit. I don't need to tell them that I'm up because they know the shit. Hey, you keep talking about drops. Niggas got my pen. Nigga, come take my spot. Niggas know my pen. Niggas know I drop. Niggas feel the dread. Ooh, just like the locks. Locks. Yeah, straight to the money, it is what it is. My shawty at 20 divided by 2. My peers' careers is so. They still in town at the group. Like whatever they make is long. That shit getting played on mute. My shit getting played on loop.
My shit getting played on roofs. My spits with my theme hits. These niggas acting like theater kids.
These niggas really wanna be the boy. Ghost talking to me like a Ouija board. Yeah, that shit's when I see the boy. Man, I swear to God when I see the boy. Yeah. Past the present, I'm passing with flying colors. Her ass is way too fat. It's getting my ass in trouble. I needed it done quickly.
Speeding to you hoopties.
All because you finally giving the boy the coochie. I'm Biggie all in the coochie. Feeling all on her booty. I'm rushing like there goes Putin. I see the team you recruited. I said, you surrounded yourself with some looters. I'm standing all on that statement. Hey niggas like Jerry Kramer. I'm parenting niggas kids. Your mama not good enough. Daddy ain't there enough. And you still arrogant as fuck. The gram my liver made me see clear. My life in an open book, my story is so transparent. I'm tired of the grandstanding. You not better than me, I throw your ass in a Grand Canyon and hope for a safe landing. If I ever make it, hope they say I was industry planning. That means I made it big enough they can't see where I started. Cheers to the lion and chin, pussy get the purr around the boy.
What's good, chatters? What's good, chatters? What's good, chatters? What's good, chatters?
Brightest ideas, fights to an island.
What a woman who's spamming the chat. And chat being our text messages. I'm not writing her back.
Yeah, I'm not riding it back like where the hope go, where the logo.
I'm with Cam and he want a loco. He's my brodo. Touchdown like T.O. standing on logos.
Yeah, look, lie familiar. I would kill ya over them niggas. Them niggas like blood to me. Point blank period like a bitch with some bloody sheets. When we talk about top 5, all them niggas is under me. one thing about me, I do what I want, nigga, and I don't like wasting time. Niggas say they knew me, but this is a new me.
I shoot the whole set like Alec Bowen in movie scenes. I ball at the Drew League. Time zone jumping, rhinestone necklaces. These niggas not really having it. He wouldn't join fresh sound, oh that shit is embarrassing. I see everything with an eagle eye. You know the difference between you and I?
I'm everything I said I was, and you niggas is playing roles and choosing sides. Y'all too old for that make-believe.
The flow 6 coded like I play for the Maple Leafs.
I thought it was PM4 LTR traded teams.
Nigga shit.
Yeah, man.
Nigga shit, that me like I shoot disappeared.
Nah, not at all.
Y'all know what we doing.
None of these niggas have motion except
I gotta, I gotta get the pen out. It feel good to just rap sometimes. Shout out to
There's
the
some
kid
shit
from
Fabulous
Martech.
was saying. You not wrong.
I ain't know you had the songs like that on YouTube.
Hey. One more record, then we're gonna get into today's stream. Just one more record, we'll get into today's stream. One more, let it rock.
you ain't thorough.
Yeah.
None of these niggas have motion except for me.
Hey, look,
Well rested.
well respected. King of the ties, I'm chronos from every metric. Towel throws when I'm invested. I'm taking your ball home when you don't get the check it
Oh,
off.
fucking man, we get the message.
This whole game infested. No home training, too much talking and overstated. Intel on posts is Bane statements, I swear. Then maybe I let them weigh in. Heavyweight bouts, we throwing haymakers.
No more peacemaking, no more face saving. No more I'm too old for this, we all aging.
R-rated raps, it's not for all ages. Ballpark estimate says you too broke. Like my girl with her braids and I found new growth.
These niggas, they not fucking with the...
New hove. For real. That nigga like 60 years old, get him out the pain, man. I'm here though.
Yeah.
Look, war ready, I'm covenant medals. Peace treaty unsigned, no signature, but I sent him a letter.
No rekindling, you know DLM, he a fire starter.
I'm toasting whoever is bold enough to utter my name. Y'all not a network.
Y'all niggas just a collection of lames. I know cause I studied the game. Y'all niggas not building really. You looking to pillars the silly.
Philly too little to think you Teflon. I get you stepped on. I give him the Q dog and them niggas knowing the step lines. You better move with iota of sense. Yeah. And you a pussy, I can tell by your scent. Nigga, real. Hey, that little boy Wayfield across that street on me, nigga. Hey, I'm too clumsy to fall off. Take your ass to work, you too broke to be calling off. I measure my greatness by the niggas I'm putting on. I look around the scene, I see niggas who copy me.
If I ask about I'm knowing that they gon' cop a plea. They are.
Selling at a discounted rate, you can't find them on a clearance rack. I'm here to bring the feeling back.
Smack a nigga if he talking reckless, this ain't.
Yup. Well rested, well respected. King of the tides, I'm chronos from every metric. Towel throws when I'm invested. I'm taking your ball home when you don't get the check. And all fucking man, we get the message.
This whole game infested.
Yeah, it's home, man.
Welcome in everybody, welcome in everybody, welcome in everybody. How we doing today, ladies and gentlemen of the chat? Welcome, man. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, you know what I mean, quick little vibe. Haven't talked to y'all in so long. Haven't talked to you boys and girls and theys and thems. Haven't talked to y'all in a while, man. Have not talked to y'all in a while, but I'm here today. Today is currently Friday, July 3rd, the day before Juneteenth Part 2. It's 10:28 p.m. here in the Biddy. Why am I so late? Because it's hot as shit outside, my nigga. It's hot as shit, and I gotta be honest with y'all. When it's hot, I don't like to talk to people. You know what I mean?
Trying to find myself and be happy. I'm being serious about that.
I be trying to find myself and just be happy in whatever comfortability I can find in this fucking heat. I hope everybody's at home staying hydrated. I hope everybody has drinking the waters. I hope everybody got some ice, maybe got a water ice. Yeah, I mean, make sure you stay hydrated, stay cool in these heat ass conditions, my nigga. The real question is, where is Eladio Polanco? That's a great question. My co-host who real name is Eladio Polanco, as we all know, he is not here with me today. Why? He's hot as shit, and I don't want that nigga sit next to me. Don't want that bitch ass nigga sit next to me in his fucking heat. I might fuck around, do something to that nigga, bro. Word. Nah.
I would have danced to her.
Word. In this heat, anything liable to happen. That's on me. You know what I mean? Ball up top. So I'm here today solo streaming for a little minute. Tonight's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a quick one. I got an hour and a half of talks because Kyle does want to go outside. So me and my brother went to town. We're going to hit the town. But before we go hit the town, I had to come and do this stream because I told you I would do this stream. So I'm here. I have a couple things I want to talk about. So we're going to kind of run through kind of quickly. Won't be as in-depth as I would like to get sometimes. It's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit in-depth. But I will be back Monday. And I will spit a block on a lot of this stuff. I want to introduce you to you guys to a few ideas I've been having. As you see, the thumbnail of today's stream of this pod is Love Island is a RageBait simulator. Twayon, I swear to God, we're going to talk about Love Island. I have not watched a single episode of Love Island. Earlier today, I called my big sister. Well, my big sister called me 5 times, and then I call her back. Look at Appa. I put a bell on Appa, and he do not like that shit. He does not like the bell. He does not like that bell. But I got to know where he at. Look at him. That nigga trying to take that shit off, man. Look at that nigga. That nigga. Yeah, I called my big sister, Olay. She called me several times, thought I was dead. Called her back, and her and I had a conversation about a few things. One of the things we talked about was Love Island. Neither of us are watching the show. But that has not stopped Love Island from penetrating my timeline and being a talking point every fucking day, every fucking night. I got a quick reprieve for a couple hours when Jaylen Brown was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Also, LeBron James may be on his way, so double up on that bang. Double up on that. So we'll see, though. We'll see. I got a quick reprieve when that happened. But besides that, goddamn Love Island has taken over the timeline. It's all anybody and everybody can talk about. That's it. That's all anybody's talking about. I do have a framework for how I want to analyze Love Island's run that I will introduce to you guys later on. But before I get into that, I have to talk about some nigga shit, man. I got to talk about some nigga slop.
Sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, nigga slop. We never covered this when it initially happened because we didn't know how to talk about it at the time. And that's the Pooh Shiesty situation. We didn't know how to talk about this shit when it initially happened. It felt like some street shit going wrong. But there's been things coming out about Pooh Shiesty that I have to laugh at. I simply have to. I could not be the man that I am on the internet and not laugh at his Pooh Shiesty shit. If you're in Discord, I dropped like a 3-minute long voice note the other day inside Pod Talk, just because I was like, Twayon, I have to inform you on my opinion on this shit. So there's 2 pieces of Pooh Shiesty content I want to talk about. The first thing I need to talk about. Damn, what the fuck? Hold on, what the fucky? What the fucky? What screen is this? What screen are they? What the fucky? Here I go think I'm introducing this shit. Other screen, display capture. What the fucky? What's give me an HP. There you go. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that was about, Twayon. Jesus Christ, that was stupid. Here we go though. As I was saying, Unc losing it. Unc is losing a little bit, y'all. Ball up top. I gotta talk about this video that has dropped of the robbery that took place. Not even a robbery, just like the straight up, the most gang shit I've ever seen in my life. Twayon, let me tell y'all something. As some of you may know, I'm from Philly. And what that entails being a church baby from Philly is that I'm outside adjacent I'm not a tough guy, nor will I ever claim to be tough guy. I'm not trying to take no tough guy valor. Tough guy valor come with getting switched down. And I'll be honest with y'all, I like my life being not full of holes. I enjoy my body not being full of holes. Being Swiss cheese is not something that I like strive to be in life. So I enjoy that I'm not that. So I'm not trying to take street nigga valor here at all. Have you heard? I'm not, Chubbs, whatever you talk about, I will talk about in a second. I swear to God. I'm not a tough guy, nor do I ever want to pretend to be a tough guy. But because I am from Philly and I'm tough guy adjacent, street guy adjacent, I know some tough guy things. I know some of these words. Not all of these words though. Some shit like this, I've never seen happen before. Pooh, Shiesty, Robin, Gucci recorded the whole crying and upped the Draco on Guwap when he tried to walk out. Now, here's what I do know about tough guy shit. Tough guys do like to record their tough guy interactions where they catch the ops laughing. Now, why do they do this? Great question, chatter. They do this in case the opposition, ever want to be like, no, they ain't had me like this. They dropped the video on you nut ass niggas. Wow, look at you bitching. Now, I watched this video. This is the funniest I've ever seen in my life. In every reality that exists on this planet Earth, I'm copping the same please Gucci man's copped. So let's turn this shit on. Let's watch it for a second. And we gonna break this shit down frame by frame. As we do, we gonna break this shit frame by frame. But let's just give it a quick run through, a quick watch, and then we can do that.
Shit, oh, shit. You dropping this done deal.
Bro, let them know
It's a
you
done
going
deal.
on, bro.
Bro, it's a done deal.
Let them know you dropping me,
I
bro.
drop you.
No, say it.
Who should actually drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
You
Scrub
signed the
in.
paper
I
and
signed the paper.
everything.
It's done. Shit, oh, shit.
Quayon, I'm not gonna lie. W Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, I'm in the Aston doing donuts.
Niggas and shit on Pooh Shiesty, calling him all kind of dumb nigga, all kind of dumb, stupid street nigga, all these fucking negroids. I hate you monkeys, by the way. You niggas on the timeline, because a lot of you niggas be suburban and don't really have an appreciation or any knowledge of streets. You niggas need to go grab your street thesaurus. You niggas need to go grab your tough guy dictionary. You know what I mean? Some of you niggas never even got the real nigga handbook. But as somebody who had skimmed through it, I saw this and thought, Pooh Shiesty thought a real business dealing just went down. He thought 100% a real business dealing went down. He thought, my demon thought, when he pulled up with his geysers, with his ooters, with the Draco, he thought when he put up with the ooters with the Draco, for sure, this is how business get done. And by the way, he's not wrong. In the streets, this is how business get done. He didn't expect Gucci to go do some federal police shit, as he said in the video. So let's break this shit down frame by frame, because this is quite possibly, and I mean this, the funniest video I watched in the last 2 years.
Shit, oh, shit.
First of all, Gucci Mane pull up all yellow jumpsuit looking like Lemonade. This nigga live his raps. Gucci Mane biggest song to this day, I think, is Lemonade. My nigga pull up all yellow jumpsuit looking like Lemonade. That's a W, by the way. W Gucci.
Yeah, I'm in the Aston doing donuts.
That's brand recognition. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Gucci pulled up like, it's Gucci. Guwap. That's how he pulled up. He didn't know that a Draco was going to get thrown in his face today. How could he have known that?
Shit, oh, shit. You dropping this done deal.
Bro, let them know
It's a
you
done
going
deal.
on, bro.
Bro,
This is possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen happen in my life. Gucci Mane is pacing back and forth. He's cornered. He's cornered. There's tough guys surrounding him. There's a tough guy here. There's a tough guy in front of him. There's a tough guy to the left of him. He's pacing back and forth. He don't know where to go. Like I said inside the voice note I left inside Discord, I have never been around. I've never been surrounded by tough guys with Dracos and dicks. I've never been surrounded by that many switches. Never in my life have I. But I would like to assume if I was, I would do the same kind of pacing. I'll be pacing back and forth. Gucci is doing what all of us would have did in a situation. He's pacing back and forth. Gucci mid-pace walks up to a gun haver, is what we'll call this fine gentleman. He's a gun haver. The gun haver immediately pulls the Draco. Where did he pull that Draco out of? I don't know where he pulled that weapon out of. My nigga got a spinning wheel of artillery like his GTA. Where did he have that shit? I don't know. My nigga got RPG role-playing game level of artillery on his person at all times. My nigga just upped the Draco from the back rooms. He just had it on him. My nigga up Draco. Gucci immediately take his hand out of his pocket. He go, holy shit. Holy shit. That's a real firearm. That's artillery. I can't do this. I can't, hold on. He had to pull his hand out of his pocket to show that he was not a threat. And Gucci Mane did as such.
Let them know you dropping me. I'll drop you. No.
Pooh Shiesty says, which, like I said before, in the streets, this is how business dealings get done. I pull up with some guns, tell you to say stuff, and now it's over. He thinking a real business dealing's getting done. Let them know you dropping me. You dropped. Gucci Mane don't even let the sentence finish.
I'll drop you.
My nigga, this shit sound like, you ever seen a Woody Allen film? Fuck that pedophile. But you ever seen any Woody Allen movies? You know how in Woody Allen movies, people talk about how natural the dialogue sound, how the lines kind of stubble on top of each other? This what this shit sound like, my nigga. He said he dropped before Pooh Shiesty even finished his sentence.
Let them know you dropping me. I'll drop you. No.
Gucci Mane said, whatever I need to do to get out of it, you dropped. Yeah, you're dropped. You're dropped.
Oh, say it. Pooh Shiesty dropped from 10-17.
Nigga said his foot. Pooh Shiesty dropped from 10-17. Pointed at him. My nigga damn near doing the Triple H point. Y'all familiar with the Triple H point? Let me see. My nigga Gucci pulled out one of these, my nigga. My nigga Gucci pulled out one of these. Nigga said, you dropped. Pointed at him. Triple H point. We just crowned the new champion. My nigga said, you're dropped. It's over. We're done here, right?
10-17. Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what.
Now, this line is telling inside Pooh Shiesty's mindset. Dom, LOL, saw the time, started apologizing for even bringing that show up to you before. Don't even worry about it. We will talk about Love Island later on. We will. I'm doing a different little slot breakdown. I will talk about Love Island. My nigga, this line right here, let's go back again.
Did no police shit, nigga ain't never did. Real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what.
That line right there is really telling to Pooh Shiesty's mindset. Real nigga never did no police shit or none of that. Pooh Shiesty thinking, yes, this how business deals happen in the streets. I pull up on you with goons and artillery. You say some stuff into the camera. We got the footage. Deal is done. We don't deal with the police. We operate on the fringes of society. We operate on the outside of the confines of the law. We get shit done. I pull up with Dracos and goons. Deal done. Pooh Shiesty thinking business happened. I need y'all to know that on a ride back to Memphis, which, as we all know from the original police report, they did drive from Memphis to Atlanta or whatever Gucci was. They drove, which is insane. Being that upset for that many hours is insane. That's at least a 16-hour drive. You're upset for too long. At some point, I would have to start. I would start rethinking my decisions. Is this the best way to do it? Should we call a lawyer? I would start thinking these questions. Not Pooh Shiesty and his goons. Pooh Shiesty and his goons stayed the course. They stayed the course. They left this business meeting, which it was a business meeting to them, thinking, wow, Gucci Mane, what a stand-up guy. What a stand-up guy. We pulled up with switches and goons, and he understood the code. He never did no police shit or none of that. Little did he know, Gucci Mane did the police shit. Little did he know. Little did he know.
What's going on?
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You dropped. You said you want to be dropped. You dropped.
Gucci Mane, like, I'm saying whatever I want. This is lip service. Whatever you want to hear, Dada. That's what Gucci Mane just told Pooh Shiesty. Dada, whatever you want to hear, you'll hear it. You said you want to be dropped. You dropped. Gucci Mane had no intentions of ever signing any paperwork to drop Pooh Shiesty. He said what he had to say to get out of this jam. My nigga was in a pickle like Rick. He had to say what he had to say.
Sign the paper and everything.
It's done.
Good. Pooh Shiesty said, you signed a paper and everything. Gucci Mane said, it's done. While I think it's okay to acknowledge that the streets as a concept for citizens, for civilians, is outside of our purview, doesn't make sense to us. It's dumb and it's stupid. I think that's a fine thing to acknowledge. But I think we also have to acknowledge that in street nigga politics, in street nigga ethics, in street nigga business, a business deal was done here. And Gucci Mane betrayed that by doing some police shit. Gucci Mane said that. Gucci Mane betrayed the ethics of the streets. Do I have real commentary on this? No, not at all. I do not give a fuck. This is slop. The sloppiest slop of all time.
Sloppy.
But I tell you this, it was the funniest shit ever. With that being said, this video dropped, and then people started talking about Pooh Shiesty again. There's a lot of talks about Pooh Shiesty happening on timeline. There was clips and videos of Pooh Shiesty that were popping up that I've never seen in my life. Now, granted, I'm not a Pooh Shiesty follower, nor am I the audience for Pooh Shiesty's music most of the time. So the expectation is for me not to know about these things. But they should not have let me seen it. They should not have let me seen it. This was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, what I'm about to show you next. This person, the anonymous nobody, posted a clip of a Pooh Shiesty interview. Said, knew he wasn't serious about rapping when he did this. That man was on a collision course with the slammer. Oh, what happens in his interview? Twayon, I guarantee you cannot happens. I guarantee you cannot guess what happens next. You cannot guess what happens next in his interview. Let's play it.
When I first started, I was writing, I wrote my first song, and now it's like a mix of both. Like one day I might just go in there and just freestyle, just catch it. Another day I might just write something, or all I need, it's to the point now, all I need is words. Like, if I tell you to give me some words while I rap, I feel like you'll run out of words before I mess up my rap.
That's a strong statement right there. Pooh Shiesty is telling us that he's a rap god. Pooh Shiesty in his interview is telling us that he has ascended to rap god territory. He said, these days, I don't need the pen. I found my pocket. I found my flow. I'm so comfortable I'm so comfortable with my voice. I know my story so well that if you just give me the words, I'm almost confident you will run out of words before I run out of bars. That's how well I know my voice. I know my story. I know my raps. You can't see me in this shit, my nigga. You couldn't see me. I've ascended regular rap shit. I'm a rap god. The interviewer decides to test him on this theory.
That's how I feel right now.
So if I give you a word right now, you want to freestyle a little something?
Try me.
Freestyle, the interviewer says, so if I give you the interviewer says, if I give you a word right now, can you freestyle a little something? Pooh said, text me, try me, let's do it. Twayon, on first watch, I thought to myself, we're about to get generational street nigga raps. He about to go stupid. He's about to go dumb.
I'm just gonna throw out rock.
I'm going to throw out the word rock. Cool. My first thought was, I hit the bottom like the Wayne, the Rock Johnson, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I put it in the pot. I put it in the pot and I hard it up till it rock up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real street nigga shit. I thought he was about to give it to us. Listen what Pooh Shiesty gave us.
Rock in the sock, in jail with a lock in the sock. I can just go, you know what I'm saying?
I beg your pardon.
Oh my fucking God. No, my nigga. No, stop fucking playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me, bitch ass nigga. Stop fucking playing with me, you bitch ass nigga. Stop.
I hate you, gang.
Don't fucking play with me like this. Don't tell me that you ascended to rap god status and all you need is a word and you can just go. And the word they throw at you is rock. I want you to know the 2 lines I gave y'all just now off the top, I didn't rehearse those. Those off the top what I gave y'all. You see what I'm saying? This nigga came in and gave me Dr. Seuss, my nigga. What the fuck is that about, my nigga? Huh?
I beg your pardon.
My nigga came in and gave me some 4 bars. Y'all ever heard 4 rap? He gave us some 4 bars.
I beg your pardon.
Rock in the sock, in jail with a lock in the sock.
That shit stank, don't it?
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I was ready to defend Pooh Shiesty and his street nigga activities. I was like, because this is how deals get done in the streets. If you are street adjacent, you are tough guy, sort of, right? You come from the neighborhood, you come from the trenches. You've heard the stories, or you know people, or have been a part of some dealings like this vicariously or lived it, whatever. You know of this kind of thing, where how deals get done. And I was ready to be like, nah. We not listening to, like, we not understanding Pooh Shiesty's point of view. He pulled up on a famous street nigga, one of the most famous tough guys in the history of hip hop, and handed it on some tough guy shit, and thought that it was gonna stay tough guy. How can we blame him? I was ready to defend him until this nigga looked me dead in my face and said, I can't believe he said this. He looked me dead in my face and it said this to me, bro. He said this.
It's to the point now, all I need is words. Like, if I tell you to give me some words while I rap, I feel like you'll run out of words before I mess up my rap.
He told me that. He said that out of his mouth. He said, at this point, all I need is words. You will run out of words before I run out of raps. And then he looked me dead in my face and dropped the shittiest freestyle of all time. He said this.
Try me.
I'm just gonna throw out rock.
Rock in the sock, in jail with a lock in the sock.
Yo, kill this nigga, yo. Throw him under the jail. Throw him under the jail, bro. Fuck it. Put him under the jail.
I beg your pardon.
The fuck? He's out of his fucking mind. He's Looney Tune. He's Looney Tune. That's insane. That's insane. Fuck. All right. Somebody asked in chat earlier about today, why do I diss Force so much? Neymar Amos said, why do you diss Force so much? Because he's my brother, and that's how men play with each other. It's my brother, and I love him. And he knows he knows it's not out of like malicious or malintent. And I think most of the PMs know. If you've been here for long enough, you know it's not malicious out of malintent. Top play with him. Also, foreplay with me. Also, you gotta realize foreplay with me the same way, but he's autistic about it. Y'all peep how foreplay with me sometimes. He'll say some shit like, The other day we were watching Adrian Broner and a Dean clip, and he was like, "Cause you know, like, I know duos," and I was like, "Whoa, stop, four. We just said them niggas rapists. Why we gonna put us next to them?" He said, "No, like, cause one of them bigger, one of them small." I'm like, "Whoa, four." He played with me the same exact way. Somebody asks, "Y'all be playing with each other?" Yeah, all the time, bro. All the time, bro. I stay playing with Ford, bro. I stay playing with his shit, bro. Wallahi.
I would have danced to her.
I stay playing with my brother's shit. When that's on everything, that's on me. That's on me. Patreon.com/pottymouth. For people not over there on Patreon. This week we're back to recording. We're back. We are back to recording. Last week we took off, but this week we're back. You can get you can expect your expected 3 pods a week, 2 streams on YouTube, and a stream over on Twitches, on Force Twitch, twitch.tv/4says, or patreon.com/pottymouth. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, brother. Make sure. Where is my drop?
Spare some change? Got any change? Can you spare some change?
All right. I got an hour left. And may I talk to you about the thumbnail? Pids, yes. Pids, stay on standby. Because I will call you. W don't know. My demon cat, she just dropped 5 gifted. 5 gifted. Demon cat dropped 5 gifted. We gonna wait for those to go by. But Pitt, stay on standby because I do want to talk to you about Love Island today. Cat, by the way, Cat gifted herself a membership. That's very funny. We never got the gay peak. We didn't get the gay peak for peak this month. A lot of shit happened this month. By the way, Kat has an idea for 929 that I'm not going to spoil yet because her and I have to work out the kinks and the details. I'm not going to spoil it, but Kat has a really good idea for 929. I think it'd be cool. I think Kat's a really good community member. There's a really good idea she brought to me the other day. Okay. Matter of fact, let me smoke this black for a second. Let me hit this shit. Y'all bro bands that inspiring. Be a force. Yeah, it's me and Forrest's relationship is like the classic comedy trope of the big guy and the little guy. We are like, think of like that's every classic comedy. It's Rob and Big. That's the only one I could think of, and that's not a good one to help me. Damn.
You ain't thorough.
Why say that one first? Why say that one and stopped? That's insane. All right. I don't even know how I want to do this yet. I truly don't. Because I think I would just want to introduce the idea to y'all. Hey, big guy. Hey, little guy. Can you tell me who by? I'm not going to think of that. Who said that? It was me, bro. All right. Greg and Rowley. Thank you, man. Forgive me another one. Jesus Christ. That was fucking awful how I stopped there. All right. I don't necessarily know how to talk about this shit yet because I'm still formulating a full concept behind it. But I would like to introduce a framework today for Love Island. I want to introduce a framework. But before I get to the framework, I kind of want to work through my thoughts on this thing. Because Love Island, from a cultural standpoint, is very interesting to me. It's very interesting to me from like a cultural analysis standpoint. Like, if you've listened to this podcast for a while now, Four and I have often pondered about shout out to the Dono. We'll be happy to figure it out. Nah, I'm moving on. Timon and Pooh is another one. Four and I have often pondered about how the monoculture died, right? We've pondered about the death of the monoculture. And what is the monoculture? The monoculture, inside this sense, when we're talking about it in terms of like society and culture, is basically like a piece of media that brings all of us together. A piece of media that brings everybody together under whatever thing or whatever enjoyment we get out of it, but we all are watching it, we're all listening to it, we're all enjoying it, and that's the monoculture. And I feel like for a while now, Ford and I have been talking about the absence of the monoculture happening because of third spaces. Digital third spaces and how niche down everything has become has kind of completely ruined the shared experience of Nancy, of like Nancy said, water cooler commentary. Water cooler talks have died. But then I started to see Love Island tweets again. Now, this is 3 years in a row where Love Island tweets have been on my timeline, and each year it's grown exponentially. I think last year was its big breakout year. Like, that was the year it won like most improved reality TV show. Like, that was the year one is like, wow, it's really here. Macy mainly due to swirler propaganda, but it really took over the mainstream and took over the conversation on the timeline. This year, it's taking over again, but in a different sense. This year, it wasn't just the women talking about it and like the few dudes who have girlfriends talking about it. I noticed that people on sports Twitter was talking about it, which fried my brain. Now, granted, Love Island does come out during the dead season of American sports watchers, right? American sports usually go from September to June. You have football season that goes into February, and then basketball season starts in October, and nobody really cares about basketball season until after the All-Star break, and that goes until June when the finals are played. We also have American baseball, but who the fuck watches American baseball? There are some summer football leagues like the UFL or the XFL, all that kind of shit, but Americans have never really bought into that shit yet. So American sports is dead, and I've seen like men talking about Love Island. Now, I'm not here to be like, you're a grown ass man, why you watching a reality television show? That's not what I'm here to do at all. Because as we all know, I love reality slop.
Sloppy.
I think slop is universal. I think everybody can enjoy slop. Slop doesn't have any gender or race or age. Slop is just slop. Everybody can enjoy slop. But the way people were talking about Love Island, especially on sports Twitter, something clicked to me. People on sports Twitter began to watch Love Island as if they were watching sports. I saw a guy on sports Twitter say that Anaya, who's a cast member on Love Island, was his favorite hate watch. And I thought, nigga, that language is reserved for like Josh Allen or Jalen Brunson. Like hate watches are reserved for those kind of people. I saw people start saying stuff like FC. Niggas like, oh, I'm KCFC. If you know what FC is, FC come from European sports Twitter. FC means ball club, football club. And basically, if you say FC, that's your fan club. I'm like, we're applying the same talking points, the same logic, the same lens in which we view sports through to Love Island. And I'm like, holy fuck. What is the crossover between Love Island and sports? Like, what is the crossover? And then it clicked for me. The crossover lies at stan culture, stan wars, right? Love Island is a show, and most reality TV shows like this are made for you to pick a favorite, and your favorite becomes your rooting interest. I root for this guy. I'm KCFC. I am Anaya FC, right? I'm Melanie FC. Oh, Melanie's she's my client. I'm her attorney. Also in sports, while you may have a favorite team, you also have an op. In football, for example, I'm an Eagles fan. My built-in opposition, I have 3 of them. Cowboys, Redskins, Giants. So in sports, you have to have a fan favorite. You have to have a team. You have to have somebody you're rooting for, a rooting interest. But a rooting interest is not enough. You also have to have opposition, somebody you hate, a hate watch. And those same principles could be applied to Love Island. I was like, oh shit. Fuck, that makes sense. So as I'm learning more about Love Island, right? I'm watching these men, women, they, thems, non-binary folk, trans folk tweet about it. I saw a constant theme happening across all the tweets. Across all the tweets, I saw people applying real world politics, social political politics to Love Island. If you don't know, there's a cast member named Anaya, who people are claiming to be colorist. She came on the show and she was like, hey man, I like this other guy named Corbin that she liked when he first came. He was a bombshell. And she was like, yo, he is everything that a woman wants in a man. Tall, light-skinned, curly hair, hazel eyes. On the first day, they do this thing where like they stand behind doors to pick people. I don't watch the fucking show. I just read tweets. And the person door she stood behind was a guy named Sincere. Sincere is a light-skinned, racially ambiguous Puerto Rican, Dominican black guy with like 3C curly ass hair. People call her colorist. People started to call KC a incel, a red pill incel for how he was talking about Anaya. I'm like, oh, people are applying social political politics to the show. I think to myself, we do the same thing in football. We do the same thing in sports. Holy shit. Every year on the timeline, when it's football season, there are talks about how Josh Allen is a media favorite. Why is Josh Allen a media favorite? Because he's a 6'5" white boy from Middle America versus Jalen Hurts, and all he does is win, is constantly persecuted and hated on by pundits and professionals because he's a black man. Right? We apply the same kind of social politics to sports. To make it even more extreme case, Colin Kaepernick took a knee and that became the biggest sports story of all time. That knee didn't affect the game. It didn't affect the actual Pledge of Allegiance or the Star Spangled. It didn't affect nothing. It was a silent protest, a silent knee that he took, and that became a bigger story. I'm like, holy fuck. Those are two things now that Love Island and sports have in common. Love Island and sports have these two things in common. First thing, Stan Wars, Stan culture. Second thing, we are applying social and political commentary to these things. As I continue to read these tweets of people applying social political commentary to what is not ostensibly, but truly is reality TV slop, I realized this shit just makes you feel smart when you talk about it. You just feel smart when you talk about it. You feel like you're more intelligent than you actually are when you're commenting about these things, when you're talking about colorism or misogyny noir. You feel like you're more intelligent. And to be fair, we all want to feel more intelligent. Then I think to myself, fuck, sports is the same thing. Inherently, if you're a ball knower and you talk about sports, you feel smart when you talk about it. Built into most sports, there are statistics and analytics, information and plays and film. And if you understand it, you are a ball knower, which means you're smart. Fuck. There are three things that are connecting Love Island to sports. Stan culture, social political commentary, and it makes everybody feel smart. And then I had the biggest aha moment of my fucking life. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I had this aha moment, I sat down in my room, not even on my bed, I sat down on the floor. I fell down to my knees in my bedroom. when I made this connection. I just made the whole connection. All three of those things I just applied to you. All three of those things that I just said could be applied to, and I know some of you not gonna like to hear this, but this is where the naming convention for what this is called, the not like us effect. All three of these things could be applied to not like us. Now, stay with me, everybody. Why am I talking about not like us in Big 26? I understand this is cringe. Was over it. Get over it. I'm a Drake fan. People see me on the internet. I understand. But stay with me. I started this by talking about monoculture. I started this by saying that how do things become so big and prevalent in our culture where everybody is talking about it? The biggest cultural moment of my adult life, I can remember, is the Drake and Kendrick beef of 2024. And the biggest song, the biggest moment from that was Not Like Us. Now, you can look at the whole 4-month span of their disses and apply all three things that I just said, but just look at the song in which this thing is I don't know what to call it yet, but this rubric is named after. Just look at the song. Not Like Us. Here are the three things I said. The first thing is stand culture. Obviously applicable. Not Like Us was a diss song towards Drake by Kendrick Lamar. With inside the song, he even gives his fans a mantra to hate on the oppositions. I don't know if you know much about sports, but in sports, sometimes you have chants or songs that you sing to your rivals. Kendrick Lamar gave his fans that to sing against their rivals, the Drake. Let me hear you say, OV ho. Stand culture, check. Social political commentary. Like I said, we can look at the whole beef and find many moments of this, but let's just look at Not Like Us, the song that we're talking about. Not Like Us. The third verse of that song is dead ass just a historical breakdown of what it's like to be black in America. Once upon a time, we were all in chains. Then he breaks down the slave trade in Atlanta. He breaks it down. Social political commentary is baked in. Then, finally, the third one. Does it make people feel smart? Does it make you feel like you're intelligent? How does it make you feel when you are enjoying these things? When you're watching sports and you become a ball knower, do it make you feel smart? When you're watching Love Island and you go onto the timeline and have these conversations that are steeped and wrapped in truly thinly veiled social political politics, do you feel smart? Kendrick Lamar on the song, the hit record that is Not Like Us, verbatim said, "Hey Drake, they're not slow." Ladies and gentlemen of the chat and of the playback of this pod, I would like to introduce you to the Not Like Us effect. The Not Like Us effect. This rubric that I have created, that I stumbled upon, can be applied to all things that become pop culture, not just pop culture, that become monoculture, things that we all want to talk about, things that are unavoidable. You can apply all of these things to this. Look at last year's 2025's biggest pop culture moment, I think, truly, and was rewarded as such by the Academy Sinners. 4ix9ine got killed in 2025 or late 2024, early 2025. We made a video on a channel. We made a video on our watch channel that is now privated where we said, everything is, we said Sinners is not like us in movie form. We had the wrong wording. We have the wrong wording. But Sinners does fall into the Not Like Us effect. Once again, let's talk about it. How does it fall there? Sinners as a movie, as a film. Does it have stand culture? Yes. What are you standing? You are standing blackness versus what? Whiteness. Inside the movie, the actual theme and plot of the movie, that is kind of what's happening here. It's a for us, by us movement by black people. And we're trying to fight against these culture versus white people that want to come take away from us. But also, we're talking about bigger than the actual film, culturally how it was perceived. It was fighting against fucking one battle after another. And the Timothy Chalamet movie that I can't remember the name of that I enjoyed a lot because Timothy Chalamet was in it. It was blackness versus whiteness. Your rooting interest was blackness versus whiteness. So that's stand culture. And by the way, that leads directly into social political commentary. Now, the movie Sinners is steeped and layered with so much social political commentary, and there's so many different things to be said about it. I think anybody who watched that movie can take away different messaging or theme from it. And I think that's the beauty of the film. There's so many different things talked about it. One of the first things I noticed was this theme of black capitalism that was talked about a bunch in the movie. Other people excuse me. One of the things I took away was this theme of black capitalism that is like sprinkled throughout the whole movie. Other people took away different things, right? But either way, there's so many different social political things that are happening in that movie. But remove it from the context of the actual of the film, because we could do that. But remove it, socially speaking. The social political commentary around this movie was that if you don't like Sinners, you're what? You're racist. That became the theme. Black art is underappreciated. Why? Because white people refuse to view art through a lens that isn't their whiteness. That became the theme. That's how we talked about it. And that leads directly into the third thing. Does it make you feel smart? Everybody who watched Sinners, like I said earlier, walked away with a different breakdown, a different idea of what that movie was about. And all of them are correct. Why? Because art. There's no right or wrong thing about art. It's up to interpretation. But because of that, there are so many different opinions, so many different ideas being spouted back and forth, that everybody felt smart after watching Sinners. We can go on and on with so many things about this, but this is the Not Like Us effect, a rubric in which I want us to analyze all things that become monoculture through. How will we use this going future? In the future, we're going to be, when we're looking at projecting whether or not something will be big, we're going to push it through the Not Like Us effect. We're going to push it through the Not Like Us effect. When we're talking about RageBait content, which we already do a lot of analyzing of RageBait, when we do that, we're going to ask ourselves, how does this fall into Not Like Us effect? Because a lot of RageBait do fall into that, which is the name of this stream. Love Island is a RageBait simulator. So that is something I thought about this weekend. I would like to hear Chatter's thoughts on this rubric I gave everybody. What are Chatter's thoughts on this? What are Chatter's thoughts? Chatters, tell me your thoughts. Four and I talked about this, and we thought we cooked. We thought we came up with something good right there. We thought we came up with something good. I'm with you, Unc. Any pushback? I like to hear pushback. Now, granted, I think this is the first time I'm introducing it. I think Monday we'll probably go into it more. Also, I do want to make a video for Old Fat Dom using this rubric, but I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. As y'all, if like you've been around Potty Mouth for a while, you know that oftentimes the best ideas we come up with are like put through the ringer. I put that shit through the ringer. I like to say it a bunch of times. People give me pushback. I add to it. I fix it. I tweak it. So I wanted to see what y'all thought. Rod with the donation a couple seconds ago. He said, here's an anti-RageBait donation for the little money guys. Send in dono on the Metro platform. WU. Now you're right, because I've been peeping that shit too. The CIA sowing discourse with Love Island. I don't think it's the CIA. I think it's how we it's how we like to communicate, right? So that's so here's I talk about this. I think your take on the monoculture balance of bought knowledge and gatekeeping is sound, but I lost it connected to Love Island being a race-based simulation. I have ADHD. I'll come back to this. I'll come back to that. How do I give subs? I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you, but I do not know. So, okay. Let me break it down for you. I think that inherently, okay, how do I explain this? Because of third spaces and how niche down everybody is, these three things have to happen for all of us to talk about it and for it to become monoculture. But inherently, all three of these things that I mentioned, stand culture, stand wars of some sorts, right? Social political commentary and making everybody feel smart is rage bait. You feel rage baited when you watch it every single time. Why? Great question, chatter. You feel rage baited because, number one, when people are doing stand wars, all of us who are normal hate stands. Stands are fucking awful and ruin every single bit of discourse. But the thing is, stands are at the forefront of every single discourse. Every single conversation we've had on the internet for the last decade, stands have been at the front of it. At the front of it. They're early adopters. They're just there first, and they kind of create the rooms in which we have these conversations. Secondly, social political commentary. That is rage bait, and I think inside our society today, right? A pseudo intellectualization of the instigation situation. I don't know what that says. I don't know what you mean by that. In today's society, we don't believe that politics. Back in the day, there was a saying. There's a few things you don't talk about: politics and religion. Now those things are openly talked about. And why did we talk about those things before culturally? Because it was polite to not rage bait each other. That's really what it's come down to. Like, people hold their politics in the religion. And to be honest, we could talk about how standing somebody is damn near a religion, which I can get into that different day. How, like, these people have been deified and people worship them like deities as if they can do no wrong. We could talk about that as well. But just the baseline fact that we didn't talk about these things because we did not want to rage bait each other. So we kept it inside. These days, we don't do that. So all of these social political things are right on the forefront, which in some facets is good, but in other facets is fucking awful because of the third thing. It makes everybody feel smart. The problem with everybody feeling smart is some of you niggas are very dumb. Some of you niggas are very dumb. Right? I think that where I land on intelligence is similar to Jaylen Brown. Where, like, I don't think I'm that smart. Actually, I've always said on the internet for a while now that I'm the dumbest of, I'm the smartest of the dumb niggas. I'm a dumb nigga still, but I'm smart in the sense of I try to undumbify myself. I try. Most niggas aren't, right? But they read enough think pieces on Twitter and learn enough language, and they think that they can participate in this conversation without having any dialectic understanding of the materials spoken about. Just reheated nachos of a TikTok. Your favorite TikToker said these words to you, and now you think they know what they mean. You don't know what they mean. You should stop pretending you do. Somebody said, okay, to actually challenge the rule, what would you give exceptions because it will identify the rule as concrete and extreme as this. Like the Game of Thrones universe isn't treated in this manner. You know what's funny? I'm happy you said this because I do think that this rule applies, in my opinion, to the 2020s. Like when I'm examining pop culture post 2020, this is all the things that have all the things have these things in common. And I say post 2020 because I think post 2020, I think 2020 in the history of society will be seen as like this true inflection point of where humanity went down the wrong path. Mainly because of what we talked about earlier, third spaces and niches. People got down into their niche and in the third spaces, and the idea of like Friends being this big monoculture disappear. Like for example, like I think the biggest example of this, truly, Endgame came out when? Endgame came out 2018. Yeah, Avengers came out 2019. Avengers was the last chopper out of Vietnam. Truly, it was the last chopper out of Vietnam. Avengers Endgame was the last time it was like we just all enjoyed something because we enjoyed it. Like, were there some Star Wars involved? Maybe, for sure. Were there people applying social political politics to the movie? Not that I can remember. Not that I can remember. There were themes. Were they political at all? Were they social political at all? Not really. Did it make you feel smart? Did you feel smarter walking out of Avenger Endgame? No, you saw Avenger. You went to see big blockbusters because they were a big dumb blockbuster. Like that. Like to me, that's like the last chopper out of Vietnam, and that happened at 2019. Post this, most things have it. There's evidence and weight to this though. We are the internet era. We are the internet era of stands and acceptance of MAGA with Twitter being bought. I don't disagree with that. I think you're right in that. Yeah, Endgame was the last. Shut up. We are here to have fun by the public. Literally, the last time we just saw something because we was like, yeah, I just want to have fun. This is a big dumb blockbuster popcorn film. And then to further my Endgame point, I think the idea of how bad superhero movies have struggled post Endgame into the 2020s is a direct correlation of the Not Like Us effect of us being like, no, you gotta have some of these things. Can I stand this? Is there social political commentary I could talk about? Do I feel smart after watching it? You see what I'm saying? I felt dumb at the end because I was hoping for a happy ending, but in America, most black stories don't have that. I get it saying. Most political conversations around Infinity War and Endgame were just debating like the ethics of genocide and I'm not saying that word, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I know that word means I can't say it. I have a speech impediment. Somebody gonna try. But in the most superficial and edgy ways, you're 100% right. I don't want to be that guy, but the future people really do big analysis of how bad those 2 years of COVID really affected the population, especially the United States. Twin, I'm trying to tell you, we're going to be talking about this forever. Utilitarianism. Thank you for breaking it down. By the way, I know that fucking word. I know what it means. I promise. I just couldn't say it. I'm like, it's too many L's and I's and T's bunched up together in my dyslexia spot. You mean my CTE start fucking up? Fuck yeah. Obsession is going through that right now with stupid discourse about the magical monkey paw witch horror movie. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Obsession, but here's how I knew Obsession was a hit. Where when I saw people being like, "Yo, Beer wasn't even that bad." I'm like, "Who's Beer?" When people were discussing who the actual villain of the movie is, I'm like, "Oh, Stan Wars have commenced. Stan Wars have commenced." Yeah. All right. Real quick, I'm happy I got the idea out, and I'm happy we get to. I want everybody here's a little bit of a potty mouth homework if you want to do it. Listen, man, think about what I told y'all today. Come to Monday stream and we will talk about it more. But real quick, I do want to get Pids on the line. I would like to get Pids on the line. Pids, I told you stay in chat. Broski, are you around? Gender wars are stand wars? Yes. Gender wars are stand wars, brother. Gender wars fall under stand wars. Pids, I'm going to join Dom. I'm here. All right, Pids, join Dom stream. Go ahead and join that. Can I turn my camera? I got to turn my virtual camera on. All right. Let me turn this joint. Let me turn off my camera here. Pits. Is your mic on? Oh no, you ain't speaking yet.
Yo.
There you go. I can't. Yo, chatters. Can y'all hear Pits? Speak again.
Man.
Yeah, they should hear you. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit though. Chatters. We got Pids in the building right now. Listen, I hit Pids the other day because I was working on this Love Island take. As you can tell, Pids, I thought about it a lot. I was in the crib. I was in the crib thinking. Now that I got all of my philosophizing in the motherland out of the way, his volume super low. Can I can turn him up some more?
Here, I'll turn myself up. Yo.
You sound good. You peak it. You sound good on my end, by the way. No, you're good. You're good. You're perfect on my end. You good. Like you was perfect in the yellow. Now that I got all of my real talks out the way, Pits. Yo, explain to me what the fuck's going on Love Island, man. I haven't watched a single fucking episode. So explain to me what the fuck is going on.
All right. I know you dropped out, but this is basically high school, brother. It's high school.
Okay.
So the entire season, it starts off with a friend group. Now, the friend group is like, any normal average sitcom. The friend group is the friend group. They intermingle for a while, but then, the couples start to form based off of chemistry. So think that 70s show, right?
Okay.
There's Donna and Eric, the safe couple. That's more of like the Casey and the Nayas of the world that everybody knows. All right, y'all good by yourselves.
Right.
Like y'all are older and like more mature than these other groups. There's a Melanie and a Sincere. That's more of the Kelso Jackie relationship where Kelso's the dumbass, but they always find their way back to each other.
Okay.
Now, these situations like grow and expand when you start adding more characters in and more people start to leave. So the more mature like people like a Sean and a Bia, they left super early because the audience don't want to see mature. The audience wants to see chaos. So
yeah. Sean
was kind of boring and he was a police officer. So the campaign started there. All cops are bad. His mayor in the city that he was in was like, yo, you abandoned your post as a police officer going on a love show. Like, what's up with you?
Oh.
So he came back to that like backlash once he got voted off. And he was like, I mean, y'all just gave me awards the other week, but now you on my dick. Cool. He didn't go crazy off of that situation.
Yeah. As
he could have, which wild to me. And then they had a Paralympic sprinter, an amputee by the name of Beatrice.
Wait,
super sprinter.
Wait. You tell me Love Island went woke? You telling me there was
sure did.
There was there was a handicapped disabled person on the show this season.
It for sure was. She's a bronze medalist, by the way.
In what?
In sprint, like and I want to say the 100-meter dash. She's a sprinter.
Like in Olympics or like what? She
in the Paralympics? Yes.
Oh.
She is a Paralympics sprinter who, by the happenstance, was like, you know what? I want to find love. Went on the show, and like it, she immediately rubbed the girls the wrong way because, like, as female athletes tend to like have more of a tomboyish attitude. So the girls was kind of like on some. Yo, one of these things is not like the other. Let's get her the fuck out of here. Now,
was she fine shit? Was she fine shit?
I'm of the Dr. Umar family, so I only see the black women as attractive. So
she was white. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, she was white. That makes sense.
Unfortunately, I couldn't comment on her looks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, throughout the season, you get these different storylines of like who's actually liking who wants to be where they are, and who's playing it safe. And the biggest theme of this season is who is scamming. Scamming meaning who's playing the game just to win and not find love, because that's the entire goal.
Though, to be fair, that is what I've taken away from the show so far. So many talks about who actually is here to find love, which I have to be honest with you, Pitts. How are you dealing with the kayfabe bit of it all? Because I feel like that's the biggest hurdle for, I think, anybody who's not watching Love Island in the call to climb is the kayfabe, because we're 4 weeks into the show now. So they've been on Island for 4 weeks, and we're expected to believe that these people are going to fall in love in 4 weeks.
All right. So the way that I think about it, I'm in a happy relationship. So there's no stakes for me. My girlfriend is going to love me regardless of whose side I'm on. She doesn't even watch the show. Now, for someone else who isn't in a relationship, how they would deal with the kayfabe is you have to put yourself in the mindset of an Islander. Not only is it just a 4-week process that they've been on television, but there was a 3-week process of vetting them, doing psychological interviews, and also isolation they were completely isolated in hotel rooms by themselves without their phone, without social media for 3 weeks before the process even started. So
that's like torture. Is that legal?
It's all the setup of depriving you of physical affection, attention, interaction with the opposite sex. So now that when we put you in here, you're already at a heightened state of need.
Okay.
So
that's how you brought into the kayfabe.
That's how you believe these people can find love within 3 weeks, because they've been starved so much from attention for a month before the process ever started.
So the scamming thing is interesting because there's one couple that everybody says is scamming. It is Trinity and that white boy, right?
It is.
What is his name? The white boy name?
His name is Bryce.
Trinity and Bryce, they're saying are scamming, and they're saying that because last season the couple that didn't win but got most popular after the show was Nick and Olandria, and people are like, oh, they're trying to run that back. I've also seen talks of people being like, yo, they don't really have chemistry. Their chats are not as in depth. Is this true? Is there any truth to that?
That is a very fair statement, and I would like to add on to it. Nick and Olandria worked outside of the villa because they're sexually attractive people. So their photogenics and their optics were elite. The PR was elite because now Olandria is doing full blown Essence magazine shoots. Nick is doing Visa FIFA commercials right now, doing bicycle kicks. So that is marketability. Bryce and Trinity won't have that same effect. But also another monkey wrench to throw into this thing, because Nick and Olandria weren't paired together at first. They were friends into lovers. Brinity, Bryce and Trinity, that's the hive now, the stand. Brinity is a couple that was together at first. Then they had an opportunity for both of them to leave the couple and go explore with bombshells. Both of the bombshells dubbed them, and they had to be back together. So that made it to where everybody was like, oh, well, I guess y'all really didn't want each other, but now y'all want each other. And then the cherry on top is that Bryce is 30 years old. Trinity's 22.
Once again, social political commentary. We're talking about age gap discourse. From what I understand, this has been not mentioned enough inside Love Island fandom.
It isn't, because they're the closest thing to love. And also, they're getting a good edit. Honestly, they're getting good edits out of the production team. Production team is hiding a lot of the flaws in their relationship. Like you said, their conversations don't have much depth, and they don't really show many of their conversations. And also, another left field one here. We're on a heterosexual dating show, and Bryce is in a gay DL couple with Zach. He literally showed him his penis. They humped each other in the bed. These are literal actions that have happened. When he got the message that he was about to go on a date with Trinity, Bryce was standing behind Zach, hugging him like they were doing wedding photos.
Okay. I didn't know it got that gay. So, okay. I've also heard murmurs that Trinity sucked some dick in the back seat while her mom was driving the car. Is that confirmed or denied? Did she say that? Like what? Like where people getting that from? Where are people getting that from?
So there was a challenge where they got to read, like everybody put down a secret of what they've done in the past, and they had to guess who, like they had to match the secret to the person. And Trinity was the person that said that she had sucked dick in the back of her mother's car while her mother was driving. So hey, more power to her. I can't judge her for that because she was trying to please her man.
I think I can judge her. You know, I'm not going to slut shame her, but I'm going to like front of your mom. That's insane. So what I'm hearing, this couple definitely does not feel like there's a match at all. Bryce feels like super white, older, not really going for Trinity's type, whether that be, you know, woman or man, but doesn't feel like exactly her type. And Trinity seemed like a young hoe who's not really in this show for love, but more for the pape. The next couple I wanted to ask you about was Sincere and what's her name?
Melanie,
Philly girl. Everybody keep telling me my mentions blew up. They say she from Philly, Dom, you should watch. I've seen some clips. She don't got a Philly accent at all. So I think she's from Allentown, truthfully. But tell me more about Sincere and Melanie.
All right, so Sincere and Melanie are the couple that like kissing on the lockers, and every chance in between classes they're holding hands. But once they get to their separate classes, Sincere's in another bitch's ear. Sincere is passing notes around, and the qualities that Sincere has that a lot of men see themselves in him is he's treating every bitch like she's the only girl in the world. And on a love show, you're doing it, but he's not understanding the audience is women, and they don't like to be like, you know, treated that way when you treat. They want to actually be the only bitch in the world. Don't treat me like the only bitch in the world if it's more bitches in the world. Now, his problem was early on, he had the biggest test of all of the guys when the bombshell came in. So fine shit with the pixie cut. I'm sure you've seen it.
I have in fact seen that fine shit. She was in fact fine shit. She was like puffy face fine shit. Like she looked a little you know, I don't know how to say it, but you know, slow class. You know, 7 teachers, three kids, but fine shit nonetheless.
Okay. She was working it. But his thing was he was telling Melanie half of the truth, which we all struggle with. You know, he was like, "Hey, I really like what I got with you. I really like what I got with you," and he wasn't telling the other one the extent of how crazy he was going. So once it all came to a head and he like had the opportunity to like pick who he wanted, he chose Melanie. But at the end of the day, she was like, "Gang, why are you making it seem like that she meant nothing to you when I'm seeing all of these times you telling her she meant everything to you? And now when you tell me that I mean everything to you, I don't believe you because of what you said to her."
Now
Melanie,
keep going. Now Melanie, what?
Melanie is the leader of the flock.
Is she?
Giant bird, biggest bird.
Okay, so I thought Trinity was the leader of the flock. Didn't I know Melanie was? Okay.
Melanie is the leader of the flock simply based off of like personality types. Trinity is more in the beta role, more so because she's younger, but also like, you know, her relationship, her nigga ain't shit. Like he ugly. So like, I guess the girls have kind of ranked themselves by, you know, I pull the best looking nigga. So I kind of got more like, it's really a nigga's thinking, but like the women applied it pretty well. And I can't blame them for it because like sometimes niggas get in groups and like the nigga with the baddest bitch, the leader, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. He's the leader for the night. You see what he got? All right. But Melanie, she's in a conundrum because she can't escape the fact that she's put in all this time with this nigga, and there's no other option now. It's too late. The show's about to end in like the next week. And well, Billy made such a fucking point in VC to say that
shout out to Billy from Post Credit Clarity.
2 weeks away.
Shout out for Billy Post Credit Clarity inside our community. Yeah. Shout out him. But he said what?
It's 2 weeks away since it's gonna end on the 12th, I think.
Okay.
So that would be 2 weeks, and we had a whole semantics battle about it. But all right, so it's end game now. So she has no other option but to stay with him because all the other couples are pretty much locked in, so she can't like talk to any of these other niggas. And her nigga's a piece of shit, so she knows she's not about to win this $100,000. So she's kind of caught in a conundrum. And tonight they dumped a bunch of people, and her couple is still on the island. So she's really just sitting there with her friends in Fiji and just vibing, but like not really, because you know you're not gonna win, and your nigga's a piece of shit.
I want to ask you about who got dumped, but before I ask you about who got dumped, I think, you know, to round out the trio of the most exciting couples, I have to ask you about the best for last. KC and Anaya. Now, this is the couple I know the most about, the most viral couple I've had the most opinions on. 40-hour stream, I was at Silk City. I was in the diner section reading tweets, and I said, what is going on here? So break down to me, for somebody who watched the show, Silk City, KC and Anaya.
All right. KC's name is actually Kuman Chandler. That should tell you a lot. He has a tattoo of a Maya Angelou quote, "Still I rise," straight across the top of his back. He's got a Boondocks tattoo on his leg. I think a Malcolm X tattoo on his leg. It's very easy to see, or say that he would be a performative guy. He also sat Anaya down very early when she was feeling insecure and gave her the whole, "Yo, black women are the blueprint" speech. Niggas called that performative. Cool. A lot of their relationship issues spawned from a lack of communication styles meshing. They weren't a compatible communication team. Now, Anaya felt emotionally vulnerable, and like, you know, if he were to talk to slow class fine shit with the pixie cut, she felt like, oh, you gonna choose up and pick the light-skinned bitch over me. And valid feelings, but still she should have let him like explore and see if he would have actually chose the bitch, because all he said was, oh, she looked like my ex. And he told that to his friends. Now, Sincere, behind his back, slime ball that he is, went and told Anaya, hey, the nigga said she looked like his ex. Now, you doing that to me, and then you go talk to the bitch and like treat your bitch all crazy with the bitch. Like, bro, you didn't have to do that to my house. Why did you do that? Mm-hmm. Then they proceed to go through multiple challenges where the white boys are like, you know, answering these like slick questions, slick remarks, like, yo, who do you feel like is here just to be here? Like, who's in their couple just to be in their couple type questions. And they would always pick him, and she would be like, yo, what the fuck? Are you in this? Are you telling them something and then telling me another thing? So that was their initial beef. They get into that beef, and it lasts for 4 days out of like the 3 weeks before Casa Amor. So it was all like hinging on you're making me feel like you're just with me to stay safe until you find a new bitch, which he did do that, but I don't think that was his intent. He did like Anaya, but they just didn't have the proper communication styles. Anaya's, I wouldn't say she's insecure, but she was just like going off of women's intuition, like, hey man, I'm in this and I don't think you in it. And they had a big blow up before Casa Amor. Casa Amor is, they take the boys to a different part of the island. They got a house full of new bitches, forget about your old bitch. And she told him the night before, yo, do whatever you want to do. And he literally, like, before she walked away, he said, those aren't good words. And unfortunately, when he got to Casa Amor, he showed his fucking ass.
So, from my understanding, Casa Amor is the Temptation Island version of the show, which is where you are in a couple, but fuck your couple. Here goes some baddies. Can you still be faithful, or do you want to explore these other baddies? Let's test the straight of the relationship. And Casey took full advantage of that, and he explored other relationships and found a new one with a girl named Tiara, right?
Yes.
But the problem that everybody has with him exploring was how he spoke about her. Can you speak to how he spoke about her and her, I mean Anaya, and how disrespectful actually was it?
All right. So any man saying that what he said isn't disrespectful, would you want your daughter to be spoke about that way behind her back by her potential partner? He said, like they were asking, like the other guys were asking him questions. They were like, hey, Like they were trying to help him with the situation. They were like, how much do you actually have in common with Anaya, and how much do you have in common with TT? TT is from a similar city from him and all of this stuff. He was listening down to those, like, you know, those similarities. And then he said about Anaya, we have nothing in common. So that was kind of disrespectful because he had said so much up to that point, making it seem like they were a safe couple, that they had things in common, and that like every time that the boys would say, hey, you're just in that couple just because you're in that couple, he would be like, no, babe. We're here. We're locked in. Also, he was there were comments made about, you know, Anaya being a grandma. Now, a lot of people would argue that Anaya said that he was a grandpa first. That's a mute point because she was talking about like him sitting and talking to slow class fine shit, the way he was sitting, his posture. The conversation that Casey and Corbin were having was about Corbin fingering Kenzie, a white girl, and then Casey not having any physical, like, you know, advancements with his couple. So he said Anaya's a grandma. Now there is an argument that he was saying like, yo, when it comes to bedtime, she just goes straight to sleep. That's grandma shit. But there's also the reading of, my nigga, you was trying to fuck and she wasn't, and you just called her grandma. Wild. She has the autonomy to, like, you know, not want to have sex with you, brother.
Now, I've seen this talking point. This is a talking point I've seen a lot of Casey talking points. I do think I hold space for KC in my heart. I tell you this. I don't watch the show before. For the clips, and by the way, women judge me for this. Just know I read bell hooks. So I think my problem with KC is that KC is one of the worst, and I mean this, the worst articulators of his feelings of all time. Every clip I've seen of this nigga, I'm like, you are saying this in the worst way possible. Which is something that I think that as I've gotten older, I have it to like, I've had to reckon with of like, how do I say things that don't hurt people's feelings? Like I can say this, I can say the same exact thing with multiple ways. How do I say it in a way that's palatable for other people? And I feel like KC was attempting to illuminate that, yo, he wants to be physical and wants to explore our physical connection, but he's not getting a chance to. Now, I've seen people brought up the fact that Anaya was very physical with that Asian boy almost immediately, like leg up, making out, and that made Casey feel away. Is that something that we should like talk about at all?
Anaya being physical with that guy very fast, that you got to think about, Casa Amor only lasts for 4 days. So you have to explore everything that you already did in those 3 weeks now has to be jam-packed into 4 days to try to see if that person is better or worse than your current partner. Also, Anaya was cucked before that situation even happened. Before her kissing that Asian man. So the girls, when the guys left for Casa Amor, it was a secret. So the girls were like, it's the heart rate challenge. It's a striptease challenge where the girls and guys dress up in, like, you know, football shoulder pads, fireman, nurse, all this sexy little outfits, and they dance for the girls. Now, the girls were sitting at the fire pit waiting on the boys to come out to dance for them. There was a giant box that was like, you know, a gift, and it was like, yo, inside this box is your gift. The big box opens and reveals that it's a TV screen, and it's a TV screen showing them their men getting strip teased by these other girls at Casa Amor. They had no idea. They were still like, they had pie on their face. So Anaya watching KC get 2 scoops of ass in his hands, going crazy. Like he was picking, he went the wildest of the guys. Like he was picking her up. Like the girls would come out one at a time and like dance their way down the line. And every time they got to KC, that nigga went insane. The only person he didn't get a chance to go crazy with was the racist bitch.
Okay. Oh, listen. I hear it. I think all the district, everybody go shout out to Pids. Pids, shout out your TikTok.
Oh, it's just_Pids, JUST_PIDZ.
I think I
got a couple of crazy clips up there. The only thing I'll say is I don't talk about Love Island that seriously. All of my shit is comedy style. These niggas be actually like trying to diagnose niggas with mental disabilities, psychologize niggas. I understand that at one point in time I was a 22-year-old, and love was the last thing on my mind. So full like, you know, moment of clarity for me. If I had been on that show, I probably would have been the worst nigga on there. So I can't judge any of these guys or these girls' decisions.
Listen, Piz, I appreciate you coming on, give me this knowledge. I think that I think maybe Monday we come on, we do more of this when I got more time to give me a full wrap up, because I have more thoughts on this. Piz does do a live stream almost after every episode, right? You do a live stream on YouTube, on Twitch, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I do it on TikTok just to have people come up and talk shit, shoot the shit. A lot of people just want to get their shit off on TikTok, but they don't have the, like, you know, the following to be able to go live on there, because I think you gotta have like 1,000 followers to go live or some shit. So I just let people come up there and yell at each other.
Listen, W Piz, once again, I got his TikTok on screen right now. Go drop a follow. It's just _Piz. My demon found his slot.
Found the slot.
Thank you, Piz.
All right, salute.
All right, y'all. Wow, what a stream. It's been a short one, but a goodie. It's been a shorty, but a goodie. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I listened to a lot of Bill Simmons over my break. I came in the full Bill Simmons today. I came in with 2 talks and I had a guest at the end. That's real Bill Simmons shit. I'm got to get ready to go out tonight. Kyle and I want to hit the city tonight. Patreon.com/pottymouth. 4 and I are back this fucking week. Let me get an air horn in that. If you don't know, if you're new here, just know that on Patreon, patreon.com/pottymouth. 3 times a week for $20 a month, we give you pods every single fucking week. 3 a week for $20 a month is the best deal in the fucking business. That should add up 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 pods a month for $20. It doesn't get better than that. It is the best deal inside of fucking business. And this week we are getting back to our normal scheduled program. I will be back on Monday right here on YouTube for another stream. Listen, a lot more to discuss, a lot more stuff to talk about. Appreciate everybody pulling up for this late night stream tonight. I'll catch y'all next one. Bye.